If you're hoping to get your student loans forgiven with public service loan forgiveness, listen up. Changes are on the horizon. I'm going to tell you what's happening, what you can do, and how long you have to take action. First, what's going on? The U.S. Department of Education is beginning the process of revising its regulations dealing with public service loan forgiveness, as well as two of the income-driven repayment plans, ICR and pay-as-you-earn. The first step is to host public hearings. This video is only going to cover public service loan forgiveness. I'm going to do other videos on ICR and pay-as-you-earn. For public service loan forgiveness, the major issue is redefining a qualified employer. President Trump signed an executive order in early March calling for the exclusion of organizations that aid or abet a violation of federal immigration laws, support terrorism, provide gender-affirming care to transgender children, engage in illegal discrimination, or violate state laws by engaging in trespassing, disorderly conduct, public nuisance, vandalism, or obstruction of highways. So, hospitals that treat undocumented patients, schools with undocumented students, legal services organizations that represent someone who's undocumented, anyone providing gender-affirming care to children, even if that care is completely legal under state law, employers that maintain policies related to diversity, equity, and inclusion, even if they're informal ones, organizations that allow protests and demonstrations, like unions or college students, and the definitions are so loose that they can encompass any employer that the administration just decides it doesn't like. For example, a university that allows students to engage in free speech by protesting on campus, or a legal services organization that defends someone in an immigration hearing, or a medical provider who offers counseling to a transgender child, or a condom, or a social services agency that provides free short haircuts. The list goes on and on. So what can you do? You can submit written comments by May 5th, 2025 by going to regulations.gov. You can also register to attend the in-person or the virtual public hearings. The in-person public hearing will be held on April 29th, 2025, and the virtual public hearing will be held on May 1st, 2025. Additional information on the public hearings is available at this link. If you want to present comments at the public hearing, send an email to negreghearing@ed.gov no later than noon Eastern Time on the business day before the public hearing. If you oppose these changes to the definition of a qualified employer for PSLF purposes, now is your time to do something, even if you don't think that it's going to impact you directly. If you've got any questions about your federal student loans, about your private student loans, or about any debt whatsoever, as always, you know where to find me.